Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the demon worlds of the Warhammer 40K Universe as we get into Tuchulcha. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and if you have any suggestions, just comment down below. So with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the demon world of Tuchulcha. The Tuchulcha system was not featured on sanctified charts for many centuries. The world was at one point marked for colonization by a joint venture of allied rogue traders who intended it to become a gateway into the unexplored and unexploited space trailing the sector. The House of Roth eagerly led the way, with several other powerful clans backing this ambitious project in the hopes that it would pay even greater returns. They were convinced this region was home to countless treasures just waiting to be plundered, and made substantial investments in the endeavor. An entire exploration fleet was assembled, along with the additional infrastructures needed to take advantage once the region was secure. A massive orbital port was constructed, and talks were entered into to draw the most highly placed dynasties in the entire Imperium into the grand scheme. In a single night, their plans collapsed. A horrible warp storm, nicknamed the Pandemonium, earlier considered too distant to interfere with the endeavor, raged out of control. The storm wrecked the warp routes serving Tuchulcha, cutting it off from the surrounding space entirely. The last vessel out was a fast frigate of the House of Roth, but what the crew saw as the warp closed in behind them was never recorded. It is said that the ship's master and his officers walked into an open voidlock soon after, their sanity blasted and their souls withered. In the wake of this disaster, the nearly ruined Ryle dynasty left the sector, cursing the House of Roth's recklessness, and departed for uncharted regions far from this horrid catastrophe. Tuchulcha remains warp-locked to this day, a world seemingly trapped in amber to any ether scryer mad enough to turn their gaze toward it. Some say the orbital facilities still hang above the world, their storage chambers groaning with the treasures shipped back from the unknown reaches, as temptations to those who would dare return. This would be the worst of errors, for Tuchulcha is known as the Demon World, a planet wholly immersed in the warp. Infernal legions stalk the twisted landscapes, battling one another according to the whims of their ruinous powers. These creatures grow in power and march forth periodically, bursting through the tortured veil of reality and dragging unfortunate souls back to their realms. These unfortunates reside still on the surface of Tuchulcha, ever fleeing from the attentions of crackling demons. Beyond Tuchulcha is now said to lie a legendary and impossible domain of star systems, a region larger than most sectors contained within a volume of space no greater than a minor subsector. What lurks within this realm remains unknown except to the madmen and the most damned of warp seers, but must surely be revealed when at last the Pandemonium overwhelms Ascalon or subsides. And those were 40 facts on Tuchulcha. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you use this video to, create your own demon worlds. Demon worlds don't necessarily have to be like interpretations of hell. They could always be like ghost towns, where if an individual actually arrives, to them the surface might seem like just an abandoned place, but then once they enter into that planet, the surface starts to break apart, and portals open up to demon worlds and stuff like that. So if you want to create a demon world for your own lore, whether it's Space Marine lore or Chaos lore, use this as an example of how you could show that people have been trapped in there, that the surface is actually not what it seems, all that kind of good stuff. Demon worlds are just, easy places for you to play around with the lore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and if you have any suggestions, comment down below. But with that said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.